Everyone tells you to work hard in your 20s, but nobody actually tells you what skills pay off. In this episode of Real Leverage, we're going to be diving into 5 skills that you must master if you want to succeed moving from your 20s into your 30s. Okay, first skill, number 1 on the list, networking. One of the most important skills that we think there's a reason it's number 1 on our list. I mean, kind of got lucky it ended up there when we created this program for today's episode, but it should be number 1. It's the most important skill. I don't know if you want to dive into it, why it matters.
Yeah, I mean, networking is the most important skill for us. I think everyone started out for an obvious reason.
Yeah.
I mean, why it would matter is your network is your net worth. So,
How many times have you heard that?
oh man, every goddamn day.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's true, though.
It is true. And
Say Sean always says it.
Sean always tells it to me.
Hope you're listening, Sean.
Yeah, shout out Sean. But and it's valuable. I mean, it's not even just because it's tied to your net worth, but it's even all our opportunities we have gotten in the last 3 months here or been offered has been through our network, from hearing from one person or another, and then them being directed to us, right? Like even with Jeremy, an opportunity that was presented to you, right?
Yeah.
That was just word of mouth. And then by expanding your network, you're able to get opportunities you're not going to find on Indeed. And that's a simple.
It's so true, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
100%. Yeah, exactly. That, I mean, we'll probably do a whole app on why growing your network matters so much. We always touch on it, but maybe like why a resume matters less. I think we're going to do a whole episode on why a resume doesn't matter. It's kind of controversial, but we've proven that to be true. And I feel like we could argue pretty well on an episode for 30 minutes why that's true in our experience. But yeah, 100% growing your network is like the most important thing. The amount of people you know, but also I guess the quality of people you know matters so much. It's going to open so many doors for you, as it has for us already.
Well, yeah, even investment opportunities, skills we need to learn. Even when I had a meeting with Samson this week, he was just touching on simple skills that I didn't even think about that I should learn. I mean, and that's just from a networking meeting, right? Like we met on WhatsApp and then actually booked a meeting and started talking, which is what you should be doing with everyone you're trying to build a connection with, is try to see them in person, if not have a phone call.
Yeah, something.
But it's number 1 because it's going to lay your entire foundation.
100%.
Every opportunity.
Yeah, kind of through networking. Well, I mean, kind of through good fortune and good luck, I guess, from other work we've done that's led us into these roles we're getting into now. Stay tuned. Next episode, we're diving into everything we've been up to that we've said all these episodes so far. We're going to basically do a life update episode where we kind of talk about our investing, our new jobs we're getting into together, and what we're doing in that regard.
Well, it's going to be the 6th episode by that time, but so much has happened. Right? We need to just kind of
just unpack. I mean, this is kind of off topic, but yeah, that's kind of our plan. Try to do like once a month, or every time it's necessary, maybe just do like an unpacking episode, what we've been working on. I think that would be insightful too, actually. Again, still off topic, but it'd be insightful for our viewers, because our whole point is kind of like our experiences so far, but as we're going through it as well, if we did those frequent updates, that'd be pretty good.
Oh, I agree. But they can follow the storyline of Tyler and Colton.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, back to networking for sure. It's like the most important skill anyone needs to learn. There's so much to it. It is a skill, but it is also something that you just kind of do. And like you said, like your example of him, and just, yeah, exactly. Just kind of the network we've built. It's opened up so many doors for us, both with jobs, even investing opportunities. We've met people who have given us investing advice. And I mean, that's been great. So yeah, I mean, between work and investing and skills we're learning, and also other people we're meeting, connecting us, it's been like inarguable. It's the most important.
I would argue even we've learned so much from ChatGPT and building our courses, but even the conversation you had with Braden the other day and how insightful that was,
100%.
It just increased our investment knowledge a little more. But it's
something. Yeah, exactly. Like you're not going to find advice like that on YouTube. And I'm the biggest advocate. You can learn anything on YouTube. You can spend a lot of time diving through YouTube to get some advice that Braden could give me in 2 minutes on, how to calculate if a company might be worth it or not. So thank you, Braden, if you're listening. Hope you are.
Really appreciate it.
Would love to get you on.
But networking's number 1 for that reason, but it's also I would say the toughest. I mean, because you have to put yourself out there.
It's people-based.
It's people-based. And when you don't have a network and you don't know how you can offer value, or even to walk up to a group of people.
Just getting the
It's
confidence to do it. I mean, number two is a lot easier in that regard because it's not people based, but for sure with number one, it is difficult. But I mean, we have written here like an action step. Just go and try. Even if you do networking online in the beginning, you'll get a little more comfortable talking to people. Like we did, we just started messaging everybody on LinkedIn. Check our recent YouTube video if you want to dive into how we went about that process.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to set up calls, get comfortable with the process. Eventually, you do realize it sounds so stupid, but they are just people. It doesn't matter about their role or what they've accomplished. Most are really accepting of younger people or older people, but just people putting themselves out there because a lot don't do that. We've touched on that before.
And I mean, successful, arguably successful or established people in whatever industry, they respect you for wanting to reach out and network with them because they know what it's like. Everybody knows what it's like. I mean, very few people have had things handed to them, and some people have. And we're not those people.
Yeah.
99% of the people out there, they haven't. So they respect when you're willing to reach out and talk to them and you want to learn from them.
And I would argue it's easier to network with the top 5% of people in that industry because they recognize that and they recognize
100% that. For sure. All the networking calls we've had, like it's literally with like the top 1%. I mean, I haven't been on with Robert Friedland yet, and I know you're trying hard, but beyond that, yeah, a lot of guys we've networked with, right? Like you message someone on LinkedIn who's like 3 years into his career in investment banking, like he doesn't want to talk to you, even though he's ahead of you. He's like, oh, whatever.
He's too focused.
But then you reach out to the CEO of the company and he'll speak to you for 30 minutes and then say, send your resume. Isn't that interesting?
Oh man. Well, maybe it's an ego thing. I also get it because people are so focused on their careers. Yeah. And if they don't see someone who can maybe provide value, but you have to be open to meeting everyone, talking to everyone, because that's how you're going to find opportunities.
Yes, exactly. You don't know who you're going to talk with. You might be talking with us, and we're next up on the docket, right? You should be. You should have been on the phone with us. You could be on Real Leverage right now.
Exactly. I mean, that's one frustrating thing too. Is this as well. The amount of calls we've had booked, scheduled out 5 calls in a day, and no one texts.
Yeah, I mean that is kind of a struggle if you're going to do networking online. I mean, even in person, your meetings can get canceled last minute, which sucks if you're coming from the island going to Vancouver or wherever. But yeah, I mean, you're going to get a lot of Zooms canceled. You're going to get a lot of phone calls canceled last minute, or you're just going to have them not pick.
Yeah, it's
part of it.
Networking is kind of like sales in the way of it is a volume game, and then you're going to qualify your best prospects. Right?
Yeah,
to pick up the meeting. I'm stealing that from Alex Mosey because I saw that on the TikTok today. But yeah, it's true.
No, fair enough. I mean, yeah, that's kind of our quick 8 minutes on networking. Number 2 on the list, we have financial literacy. That's a skill that everybody should learn. Something that's not really taught in school. I don't know if you ever had that taught to you in school.
Nothing financial. No.
Like nothing.
I'm thinking.
Didn't even know tax. I mean, I knew what taxes were because I started working when I was 13.
Yeah. Accounted apples. That was a shock. Speaking of your first paycheck as a working individual, I remember being 14 at Quality Foods.
Yeah.
And we get paid every week.
Yeah, I was the same at my grocery store. That's where I first started. Yeah. That was nice.
It was nice. It was cool to get paid every week, but then to see how much money, I mean, small amount back then, but still how much money was just in taxes. I was like, oh man. So this is the real world. That wasn't even a lot back then.
No, yeah, exactly right. I don't know what minimum wage was when you started, but even that, and you're barely working. It's not a lot of money, but it's still surprising. I mean, that's a big one there with financial literacy, learning about taxes. Just as an individual, kind of shit out of luck. But if you're going to have a company or like run your own corporation, learning about all the tax benefits, I mean, that's a lifetime on its own. But you can learn some stuff like on YouTube or asking friends and stuff.
For sure.
Which is super.
Kind of ties back to number 1, where
networking.
Exactly. Like even Jared, our accountant, networking with him. Now we're great friends. I mean, you've been friends with him for a long time. But even all the financial advice he gives me. Yeah. And just about how to structure the corporation. And it's so interesting. And I'm not saying I'm the most financially literate person because I still have lots to learn. For sure. But I'm not stupid either.
No, exactly. And again, like you said, for networking, I mean, I don't know if you want to call meeting Jared networking. Like, yeah, we've been best friends my whole life. So naturally, you're going to meet him. But beyond that, you can go network with some CPA in Vancouver if you want on and get on the call with them. Be like, hey, I have 3 questions for you. Like, you seem really, and you could literally be like, you seem really smart. You seem really established in this industry. I would love to ask you those 3 questions. And they'd be like, oh wow, that's so nice. I am really smart. This guy's right. Let me teach him.
Yeah, that's actually how I started learning about structures and corporations. Is when I was 18, I thought I could totally over leverage myself and buy an apartment complex. So I was calling up accountants and lawyers, just trying to figure out how the structure worked. They gave me incredible advice.
Yeah.
You're probably like, what the fuck is an 18-year-old kid doing?
Right, with your long ass hair.
But
I wouldn't have loaned you $20 million.
thank God it was over the phone.
Yeah, dude.
Dropping my voice. But just even that, building a community and learning financial literacy that way. But you can go online and learn the basics, even budgeting. I mean, you need to know how to budget.
Yeah, you do.
It's like
Everyone knows how damn expensive it is right now out there. If you're not budgeting, you're probably getting behind. Like, my God, even if you make decent money, I mean, people always kind of naturally level up their lifestyle when they make more money, which is kind of a mistake. But it's like tempting, especially when you're young. But for sure, you need to know how to budget.
Yeah, I've even heard for us entering this industry and being so young, when we make our money, don't spend it, save it, because there will be bad times.
Yeah, it is a very cyclical industry.
So, I mean, on the financial literacy part, I mean, learning how to budget, even if you aren't investing, what an ETF is, a mutual fund. Compound interest is probably the most important concept you can learn about, especially at our age.
That's what I tell anybody. I mean, most people don't even ask me, so I should probably stop telling them. But it's true. It's like, if you can just put, like, man, anything, you don't have to put $1,000 a month. Most people can't afford that, especially when they're young. Even most like 50-year-olds can't afford that. I get that. But if you start putting like $50 a month and then 100 after 5 years, and like, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what it would work out to be. But you put like $100 a month in for 50 years, and then you wind up putting in, don't put me on the spot on that calculation, like your compound interest, you're going to be up like 1,000% over your life or something. Like, you make so much money in the most simplest and safe way when you go over that time horizon.
And that's the safe way. I mean, if you get into junior mining,
Yeah,
you find a stock that's up, what, 500% now, then it compounds a little faster, but you can also lose your entire investment.
I mean, for sure. I mean, I'm up, 400% on one, almost 100 on another, but I'm also down 8% on 2 or 3 other ones.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, probably the average person shouldn't learn about that, especially if you don't have the risk appetite like we do. But we're young as well, so I mean, it depends who's listening. But for sure, learning about investing is so smart. Just, there's probably a 30-minute or a 1-hour video on YouTube that covers everything the average person needs to know about investing.
Even ChatGPT.
Or
Ask ChatGPT, what should I learn to make me an app financially literate? Just anything like that. It's going to give you basic information, but you're still going to have a little more knowledge than someone who's not doing anything. I mean, even I've been telling Luke, he's not 19 yet, but save, because when you can invest, that's going to compound fast.
For sure.
He's working full time right now, but then he's going to university. So it's anytime you can work full time, just invest, put it away.
Yeah, if you can. Yeah, for sure. Exactly. Like you said with ChatGPT, you could even tell it your circumstances. Here's how much I make. Here's what I'm doing right now. Here's what I plan on doing in the future. I'm moving out. I'm not moving out. I'm getting a new job. I'm doing this. What would make sense? And it would probably give you like Warren Buffett's holy Bible on how to invest for your situation safely.
You could ask it to be Warren Buffett. I mean, it is your financial advisor, right? Like,
that's so funny.
It is. We've talked about it in previous podcasts. It's the greatest tool, and you can utilize it for even to create you a basic budgeting sheet.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I don't know. I've used it to tell me concepts like I'm a kindergarten. Like, what is that? What's the age in kindergarten? 5,
6, 5.
Yeah.
I was 5 because I have a late birthday.
Oh, yes. So I don't know.
You would have been 6.
I would have been 6. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. It's so long ago. But point is, it can teach you the basic information, so you at least have a grasp of the concept. I think that's the most important thing, and that it kind of steers people away from becoming financially literate. Is there's a lot of complicated words and jargon and terms that don't really have a place to be there. You can learn about everything.
For sure. It doesn't have to be that complicated. There's a few things that, there's a few things that whoever's listening, if they don't know where to start for that financial literacy journey, there's something. Definitely start there. Number three, consistency. Kind of different. It's not like a hard skill. It is kind of different. Like financial literacy is like very tangible.
Yeah.
You know that you need to learn about taxes or budgeting or investing. Consistency is kind of different, but it's a skill you can learn or you build up over time. And it's so important to be consistent. Like the little habits that you adopt throughout your life, whether it be positive or negative, influences your entire life, which is so interesting. That's something we're both so focused on. We're so consistent. We eat the same thing every single day.
That's the level of determination we're at.
Right?
Eggs, ground beef, chicken or salmon, done.
Yeah, that's it.
People look at me like I'm crazy when I tell them that, but it's determination. I mean, with the consistency thing, too, I think it was Stephen Bartlett again. He has so many quotes.
That guy.
I love that guy. But
get him on the podcast,
right? You don't fail because of your goals. You fail because of your systems in place, which is the consistency. We're trying to post 2 times a day. It's a small little goal, but doing it every day, it's compounding.
Exactly. Something simple like waking up early in the morning, right? We're not sleeping until 10 every day. Shit, we don't even sleep until 10 on the weekends. Maybe we'll sleep until 8 on the weekend or like 8:30 if we're up late for whatever reason. But it's like you're never sleeping in anymore. Monday to Friday, we're always up early. We're always on the computer. We're always texting at like 7:30 in the morning. We're already working, checking in with each other. It's like something simple, getting consistent by for waking up in the morning. That changes everything for sure. When I sleep in on the weekend, if I sleep into like 10 on the weekend,
I feel like my day's shot.
But I'm also like, okay, now I'm on TikTok till 11 and it just like messes everything up. But when you get up early every single day, no matter what, it's not even like 7:30 early, but it's something, especially on weekends, like you get up and then like your next habit, which is like your consistency, your habits. Like, what do? I literally get up, I grab my laptop because my girlfriend's still sleeping. I come out here to this table. They make a coffee or not. Sometimes I don't. Been fired up lately. Don't always need it.
No.
And I start working. And I also have a plan on my calendar. What am I doing first thing in the morning? Right. And it's like building up those habits where even something, this is like such a small consistency habit that I've built up over the last 3 years. I don't know if I've ever snoozed my alarm. Ever.
No.
It is literally like I'm so consistent. If I hear my alarm, I'm out of bed instantly.
And that's a hard
off. I'm on my feet in 2 seconds. Seriously, for 3 years.
Well, and that's a hard skill to build. And how I had to do it is to actually put my phone away.
That's a great advice if you struggle with it, but lots of people do. Like I don't anymore. I've always been pretty good for it, but I used to snooze. I used to think, oh, it's really nice to wait, like have like 3 alarms in the morning, and I'm not trying to call anybody out. But you do that, like your 3 in the morning turns into 5 or 6 in the morning, turns into just turning them all off once you hear it on the weekends. But by just getting that habit of getting on your feet right away, and it is so hard. That might be one of the hardest habits for people to learn from what I've heard.
Yeah.
For me, getting used to that, it's like, it's hard in the morning to want to get up, but it's really easy at night to turn an alarm on. It's so easy. You go on the clock app, you set your alarm. I don't care how early it is. It could be 2 a.m. It's not difficult for me to set one for 6 a.m. even on a Saturday. But building up that habit of hearing that shit at 6 a.m. after 4 is asleep on Saturday, it is. But you get used to it. Doesn't matter. I'm out of bed.
Well, it's with any habit you're building and trying to be consistent at, it's not going to be after a week. It's not a habit. It's months. Right. It's until you don't even have to think about it. It becomes routine.
I'm trying to think. There was a video that talked about how long it takes. Like it's like 72 days or something.
72 days. Yeah.
Is that what it is? It's like 21. It kind of gets routine. And after like 72 days or 90 days or something, it's like, if you do it every day, then it's like effortless. But that is a long time, but it's doable, especially these habits that you should be wanting to build like for your life.
Well, yeah. It's even the habits of every day at 8 o'clock, I'm looking at the market, and that's it's been 6 months of that, but it's that habit. It's routine. I'm consistent. And I know once I do that, I move on to my next goal or task. But that's kind of how you start the morning.
For sure. Influences the rest of your day. 100%. I mean, anyone listening, maybe you should just think about like, what are your bad habits that you're consistent in? Because usually people think of consistency as good habits, but it's the opposite. What are you consistent at that's negatively affecting your life?
That's like a good point.
What's your habit, your TikTok habit or consistent? You're very consistent at watching an hour of TikTok when you wake up in the morning. you got to stop that if you want to, be more successful or take, get more out of life. So maybe moving forward, think about those bad habits that you're consistent at, which is a different approach, and then start to become inconsistent in them and sub them out for something that's more productive, like getting up early or eating healthy.
Well, I feel like that is the most difficult habit for someone to break is scrolling.
Yeah.
Doom scrolling is a problem. I mean, even I catch myself.
Yeah.
Going down the loophole, and then you just take a step back.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's a great point that your bad habits, you don't even realize that you're doing them on a
You're
daily
consistent about it. I've never even thought about that until now.
So that's a great
Well,
point.
it's a great analogy that people probably don't think about. So that's good. So, I mean, that's number 3. Let's roll on to number 4. Have self-awareness,
which kind of just goes into you saying, be aware of your bad habits.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, for sure. Like being self-aware is one of the best things that you can do, I think. And it may not be the easiest thing to learn. And I think it's not just because it's like a hard skill to acquire, but it takes you actually looking yourself in the mirror and accepting that you're not as awesome as you think you are,
Yeah.
or your habits aren't as great as you think they are, or you're not going back down the path that you want to go down. And that's why it's difficult, but you really do have to look at yourself. And I think we're both pretty good at this skill as it is. We definitely spend time working on it, and it's an active approach. You have to always be thinking about it and trying to get better. Like, you're self-aware. If you're not happy with your content, you're willing to say, I need to do better. So what are you doing? You're looking at Alex Hormozy and seeing how his content's good, learning how his editors edit his videos, learning how guys like Gary Vee or even now Ryan Strand, how they speak and stuff like that. And you just need to be constantly analyzing yourself and take an active approach to learning that skill, like any skill.
I mean, and which it's quite exhausting to do. And we're given advice on the podcast and on our social media, but we also are aware that our advice can get better, and we still have so much to learn. So, I mean, there's always that next level you can go to. And yeah, it's a difficult skill. I don't know. So I want to say we've been born with it, but I think we just always naturally did it.
For sure. So
anyone can learn anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we just always have been aware of what we're doing. I mean, I remember being back in hockey when I'm stick handling or couldn't stop on my left side. I was always aware of what I needed to work on to get better.
That's just maybe we're a little bit fortunate to be born with that. I hope we don't come across as a cocky or anything. We're like, oh, we're all these skills.
No, but that's the self-aware things.
Exactly. We're literally aware that we're telling you right now that we're always aware, and we think we're born with it, but we're aware that we're not trying to be an asshole
and be cocky.
So
there's a lot of awareness.
That's a lot of psychology right there. Speaking of psychology, watch out for our next YouTube video coming in soon about psychology. Really interesting.
But yeah, and I guess a little bit on psychology and being self-aware is even when we're in our networking situations or our meetings, coffee dates, whatever you want to call them, we're always aware of what the other person is doing, but also how we are reacting to their questions, how we are questioning them. Do we think we're offending them? If they're more aggressive in their mannerisms, we take a step back.
That's right.
We're always, and that is a very valuable skill.
It is. I think that's why we've been able to build so many good relationships with people, even if they're like young relationships, like lifelong relationships, like people like us, and we're able to handle relationships really well. Even meeting new people, we're able to get along with them really good, really early. When we're just really nice and ambitious people like that, or we're curious people like that. We're also really self-aware of how we handle new relationships, new people we're meeting, and exactly we're analyzing their behavior and their mannerisms and everything, and then we're applying that to ourselves, being self-aware of how we're reacting to them.
And even the situations as well. Like in a group, if we can walk in and say, "Oh, fuck, that person's super uncomfortable right now."
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes it's easy to tell, sometimes it's not when you have to get directly involved in the conversation. But we've had conversations with people, and we're like, "Okay, talk about this later."
Exactly, but we're self-aware in the moment, not to show. Exactly. If we have like a conversation, we're like, "Oh, this guy's an idiot," but we're not like, we don't sit there and be like, you know what I mean? We're just like, "Oh yeah, okay, interesting." We're listening to them talk, and yeah, that's a good point.
Or if we get offended, we don't show it. Exactly. We let the conversation continue.
Not a big deal. Self-aware of how we wear our thoughts, I guess, which is valuable because people don't always know what we're thinking, but we're generally like really happy and like engaged people. So hope this doesn't make us come across as ingenuine. Maybe this is going to backfire on us, but it's honest, and that's what we're about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it is.
We're not doing it with malicious intent.
No, it's just how, again, we're kind of born with is we analyze every situation. We're analytical. We analyze every situation.
That's right.
We analyze people. We analyze conversations we have. We're going to reflect on everything. So it's not.
You know what? If it comes across as malicious in those examples, one, we're not terrible people, and two, maybe the examples I'm speaking on there, it's not the worst thing if those people realize that's how we're thinking. Like if you're kind of being condescending or degrading or something, and we don't react to it, but then we come later and we're like, yeah, fuck that guy. But it's like, who cares if that guy thinks we're malicious because we think he's an idiot or you think he's rude or an asshole or a bad person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, if you're a good person and we have good interaction with you or something and we analyze that, then it's all fine and dandy because we're great people too. And so are they.
Well, we're trying to make friends with everyone. We're not trying to. So in that regard, we want to meet everyone. Everyone has opinions. Everyone has different experiences and skills. So, I mean, some people click, some people don't. That's life. That's why there's 8 billion on this earth.
For now.
Yeah, exactly. Matches.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of number 4, self-awareness. Maybe some action steps would be some good action steps for people. Maybe just after this podcast, whether you're watching or listening, take stock of your own life or your mannerisms. Think about your last interaction with your mom, with a stranger, or with your girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever. Just think about how you handled that, whether it was good or bad interaction. Maybe think about how you reacted to it or acted in it.
Yeah, I think asking why a lot. Why should be a word that you use a lot every day if you really do want to. Yeah, if you want to change how you present yourself or whatever it is, you got to ask why. I mean, we do that all the time. Why did this piece of content only get 154 views? Was it the shirt I'm wearing? Why would it have been the shirt?
Exactly.
Just stupid.
You guys have noticed we started wearing different shirts.
Yes.
So yeah, okay. So that's number 4. Number 5 is time management. That's a very important skill to learn if you want to be productive in your life.
Yeah, I mean, and you can get really aggressive with it. We're the type of people where our time management in our Google Calendar, it's 9 to 11:30 is making content, and 11:45.
I'll screenshot my Google Calendar.
Same here.
Usually between my first one starts at 6:30 or no 7:30. I'm usually 7:30 till like 4 or 5 every day, depending if we have meetings later too. Then there's some later. I'll literally screenshot and put in. I don't care.
Yeah.
And like sometimes, like at minimum, I'm doing 30-minute blocks. At most, I'll do an hour and a half, maybe. And I'm just constantly like filling it up. Like I said, I'll throw it in. But
got my whole day there. I mean,
it's super important to do something like that if you want to be productive. Like, we both used to be carpenters. I didn't need to do time management. Maybe at night I could, or on weekends it's important to do it. Like I get it. Like, okay, you work 7 till 5 in a job, like something like carpentry. You don't need a Google Calendar, right? I never had mine for carpentry because 1, your tasks might not be up to you, and 2, you're kind of just you're building a house for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, but I mean, with carpentry too, even the time management can be getting to the site. You start at 7, get there at 6:30, 6:45. So you have 15 minutes to drink your coffee and just get ready for the day. Get ready to walk on that site. You're early.
Like going back to number 3, consistency, waking up at the same time every day. You could literally still have a job where you don't have any control over what you do during the day, but you could still make sure you wake up at 6 every day. And then from 6 to 6:05, you're brushing your teeth and going to the bathroom. And then 6:05 to 6:20, you're like cooking, eating breakfast. And then 6:20, 6:30, you're like getting ready and rolling out the door. 6:30 to 6:45, you're driving to work. And then 6:45 to 7, you're like getting out of your vehicle, you're finishing your coffee, you're going to prep for the day. After work, you're coming home, you're scheduling yourself, driving home, cooking dinner. What are you doing after dinner? What tasks do you want to tackle to pursue your life better?
And so if that little 6 to 7 window that Tyler just described gives you any insight to what our calendar looks like, then it's not Ryan Surratt level, but it's up there. There's a lot of
He's on every 15 minutes for like 12 hours, 13 hours a day.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
We're not that busy.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, that is interesting. I feel like you would struggle maybe at that point, every 15 minutes, jumping between tasks. I feel like,
how can you truly be productive?
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit much. But maybe for him, it's not like for us, we're like, okay, let's schedule content for an hour and a half and like plan stuff out. Ryan's like fire, 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 putting up fires.
Yeah,
It's like it's one fire after another.
when you're an operator, your daily tasks become a lot different than when you're a grinder trying to make it.
For sure. Definitely.
I mean, 15 minutes. I need at least 15 minutes just to start getting focused, get everything set up right, move the pen this way so it's perfectly in its place before.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, the time management piece is another skill that hopefully you were developing or your parents help instill in you when you were younger.
True, because a lot of people do learn that through their parents, making sure you're at school every day on time, or you're on time for your job in high school or whatever, or you're at your sports at the right time. That's kind of a skill people do learn over time, but they fail at as an adult, maybe when they get more responsibility.
Life becomes busy. I mean, when you have a parent helping you through life, it's a lot easier. But when you're tasked to do everything by yourself, you're gonna forget. For sure. Something. I do, at least.
Yeah, but building some sort of proper time management system. Hey, even told Kaylee this afternoon that she should jump on Google Calendar, put in her work, put in her school schedule, and then plan out when she's going to do homework. She's like, "Oh, that's a great idea." And I showed her my Google Calendar. She's like, "Wow."
I wish our Google Calendar had our meeting today.
Yeah. Well, next time.
Yes, but it's nice in that regard. I mean, I have mine set to give me a reminder 30 minutes before my next task. It saves enough time in case you get set up and ready.
Yeah, exactly. Whether you're out or home or whatever, if you're within 30 minutes, you can switch what you're working on or get prepared for it, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a skill people need to learn, to be time management.
I mean, and those are the 5 skills that are we've found to be necessary for our development and progressing our career forward, especially these last 6 months.
Definitely.
I mean, the industry we're in, you're kind of your own boss. You have expectations and responsibilities.
You're an entrepreneur. If you haven't heard that term, where's that book from? Five Moves. Patrick Bet-David.
Yeah,
that in that book.
Yeah. Patrick Bet-David. It's 5 steps ahead.
5 steps ahead. Whatever it is.
Like a grand chess.
Yeah. I think that's what it's from. You can be an entrepreneur and entrepreneur. Honestly, it might not be from that book. Sorry, I got off topic.
No, it is from it.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, there you go. In this industry, you're kind of like you said, you can be an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur, and typically you are an intrapreneur, which exactly, if you kind of adopt these skills, it will help you operate well as an intrapreneur as well as an entrepreneur outside of the business on whatever else you're working on.
Exactly. I mean, and even we have deadlines and tasks that need to be done, but we're not, no one's holding our hand. We're expected to do it on our own. So to have
time management skills, self-awareness of how you're operating those tasks, financial literacy, so you're thinking about the company properly, as well as because you are operating as your own company, but helping a company, you need to have that financial literacy, and the network you build around that kind of helps you operate in the industry.
Yeah, build your business up. It all ties in together. I mean, that's why I love being in the capital markets. It's such an interesting space in that regard. Is we're 21 and 23, yet we can still operate as entrepreneurs, have our own corporations, companies, and help. Technically, we are consultants.
Yes, it's very cool. It's fun.
Yeah, with the little to no experience as well.
Yep.
I mean,
learn these skills. You can do it too. Reach out to us if you want any advice, I guess, on how we've done it. If you can't get enough of the podcast, if you're not interested in doing this as a career at all, but you love the podcast, that's great. Thanks for watching, guys.
Or even just need more advice on one of these 5 skills. I mean, we're not experts in them, but
we could literally sit for hours on any one of these skills. And I also picked these 5 out of a list of 25 that ChatGPT gave me based on our careers this far. So there's a lot more skills to be learned. There's endless skills, and the more skills you learn, I think Alex Hormozy said that your skills help you progress your career more than God, I'm drawing a blank on it. Your job experience or something. Like the skills build your career long term or build your wealth or whatever. And it's true, the more skills you can learn,
try to make yourself irreplaceable.
Yeah, these would be a good 5 to start. Yeah, I think that kind of covers it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching this episode of Real Leverage. Stay tuned for the next time. Peace out.